Hi, this is Regina White Favors with Favors Film Analysis. So I want to extend the strategy case study for reviewing the town. This is more or less a critical thinking opportunity. And I want to look at assessing conflict with the narrative, conflict with the characters, the way that robbery cinema is depicted. So this will give us an opportunity to think about how the director, Ben Affleck, presents conflict, how he acts within the narrative as a main character named Doug, and his relationship with James, as well as the other characters. And this will also just gives us an understanding, an opportunity to reach an understanding about just the presentation of heist movies, the presentation of robbery cinema. So this is Favors Film Analysis, assessing conflict in the town, which showed in theaters 2010. And you can visit www.favorsfilmanalysis.com for more access to critiques and reviews. All right, this presentation is subject to fair use. So we're at a hockey ring. This is the discussion after the bank robbery, and Doug here in the jacket with the B on it has to manage conflict. The main conflict is James, who is sitting in black, Jeremy Renner, ends up the one taking Claire hostage. Well, that affects their dynamic because Des in green asks right before James comes in, are we taking hostages now? So there's some sort of indication that they've been doing this for a while, and there has been no deviation beyond um, just receiving the plans for the robbery, going to the target location, conducting the robbery, and then getting out in a timely manner. So when you have James interrupting that sort of process, that standard, a person who doesn't like rules. So even in this dynamic, he doesn't like rules. The rule is to get in and get out without much fuss or fanfare. That's not what James cares about. James cares about chaos, creating chaos, fostering conflict, even if he wants to manage the family business by having Doug be with his sister Chris. He doesn't care anything about that. He doesn't care about his particular actions affecting everyone else, because then that calls attention to them. So then what he does, he gets the purse from Claire when they are actually in the truck. And so here's where he is bringing Claire's ID to the group, which now creates even more conflict. And so he's suggesting that he needs to handle it, but then Doug actually snatches the ID out of his hand and saying that he's going to handle it. And the thing is that's very striking about this, about their dynamic, is that when Doug says, I'm going to handle it, James says, well, I'm going to get it done. And there's a difference between handling something and finishing something off. And James is already sort of bragging about how he took out somebody on behalf of Doug because the guy was going to come and shoot Doug. So James decides to kill the guy himself, which earned him 9 years in prison. And so James is the type of person who believes he gets stuff done. He doesn't just handle something, because when you handle something, there's the option of taking your hands off of it, or there's the option of considering it more than you need to. James assesses the situation, realizes that the situation can no longer continue, and his solution is just to kill it or get rid of it. Not Doug. Doug handles the situation. He manages this conflict here on purpose so that Claire is not hurt. Whether or not he's already emotionally invested in Claire is up for debate. But there's something in Doug that wants to pull at Claire and doesn't want James to get at her because he knows that if James gets at her, Claire is dead. All right, this is the end of the presentation. So if you want to listen to other film analysis, just visit www.favorsfilmanalysis.com. Thank you very much for listening.